Hello.
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 Hi.
Hello.
Hi, we're Radiohead.
Hello.
And this is the hello. Hello. This is Tom.
And this is Ed. We're Radiohead, and you're watching.
See, I told him, I said be careful with Pitchfork, but did he listen?
One of the big things of making the last record was how deeply unself-confident we were. You know, we got to a stage and we had so little collective self-confidence, and that's...
Hi, I'm Philip Selway, and you're watching me on...
A major issue all the way through the recording process was like constantly staring at the black hole of anal analysis, you know, all the way through.
Nigel's brilliant at finishing off tracks. Yeah. He's great at starting them.
Hang on a minute.
Music suitable for a journey into space, and I am joined by one of the preeminent space rockers of this or any other time, Ed O'Brien from Radiohead.
Hi.
How are you doing?
And how do your neighbors feel about the chickens, Johnny?
They're learning to live with them. Oh my god. They eat the eggs.
You get some, maybe you do, I mean, occasionally you'll get a morning where you wake up thinking, yeah, I'm looking pretty good today, you know, and you walk past the wrong mirror and you're like, oh, no. It was like there was a funeral, there was a wake, and we all were grieving, and God knows what was going on. It was stupid. In my mind, because that's my, you wait till you hear it, because the recording of it is mental.
Yeah.
It's great. It's like best drumming Phil's ever done. Yeah, well, Johnny sort of did this film thing. I don't know when the hell that's came out.
We'll ask him.
Johnny, when's it coming out? Your film thing.
Well, can I help in any way?
Fulham, your Fulham music.
Body song.
Yeah, that's it.
When's it coming out?
I don't know.
It's really good. It is actually really excellent. I mean, I would say that, and he's not even giving me any money.
Back slappers of
Well,
the
no,
world
you know, no,
tonight.
it's true. It is. Anyway, when's it out?
I don't know. No one knows.
You haven't decided, isn't it? It's because you're chicken.
What?
Yeah. It was one of the most exciting things we've ever done, I think, actually. I was having that conversation with my daughter yesterday, who's 3, because her and her brother were arguing between whether I was a pop star or a rock star.
What's the result?
Well, I would have to verge toward the rock star because, as Noah said, if you're a pop star, you have to do all this weird stuff. You have to do. It's not really. That's not Daddy. Daddy wouldn't do that.
No.
So good lad.
Like snobbery attached just because Johnny can write orchestral parts or can write these fantastic scores. It doesn't mean that he's, you know, somehow superior to my, my very basic music taste. You know?
Hey, by the way, if you guys are looking...
I like 3 chords.
If you guys...
Grinning all over my face, and it was a kind of hugely life-affirming kind of show. Do you find that's a universal experience for audiences?
Well, unless we die on the stage, which happens. And it's really just a thing where songs have certain times that they choose to come out, and you can't just sort of sit there and say, we've got to do this now, and expect it to work. The weird thing about songwriting, I think, is that it's a little bit like videotape, you know, and it records a certain moment, and then if you don't sort it out there and then and get that coherence down on tape, you may lose the opportunity to do it for a long time, because that particular moment may not make any sense to you again for a long time.
Teraz mamy z tym zrobić.
I know. It's a shame. Shall I have a word? I'll go and talk to them. Bosnia was good, you see. Yeah, well, I know it's true. No, I just feel guilty. There's nothing for me to say or feel except guilt and depression, so I'm feeling both right now. Luckily, I quite enjoy feeling guilty.
Where did the title come from?
It was a song that wasn't very good, but it always had a very good title, and we decided it was a good introduction to the album.
For me, one of the things I find most offensive about what people say about our music is when they say it's depressing. The reason I find it offensive is that to me implies that to suffer from depression is like being subnormal or you know, it's a stigma. which it shouldn't be, because there's an awful lot of people that suffer from depression, and it shouldn't be something that is like an ultimate swear word, because I suffer from it, and a lot of people suffer from it, and it should be something that's openly discussed and be accepted, rather than like, you know, I happen to make music sometimes when I'm in that frame of mind because I suffer from it. But actually, sometimes it's not suffering. Sometimes it's a bonus. But it is sometimes it is a mental illness, and it means that I have empathy with other mental illnesses, because sometimes I feel that I'm close to certain things that could end up, you know, trapdoors, as I once called them, that I could fall through, and I really have a problem with people who dismiss art or music on the grounds that it's depressing, because a lot of creative power is from that feeling. A piece of music that gives you a panic attack, that's a good thing.
It was really like that. I'd suggest...
It's funny because they made a prediction of how many records they planned to sell of OK Computer before they heard the record. And then they heard the record and they cut the prediction in half.
Do you still eat cheese, Ed?
I have a sprinkle of Parmesan occasionally on a bit of pasta, but that's it.
Oh, come on!
I hate cheese.
You look well for it.
I don't like cheese. I don't. It's like it's just. Oh no, don't go there, man.
Wow.
But I love the cheese industry. I'd never do anything against the cheese industry.
Traditionally, Pink Floyd were terrible. Everybody who liked them at school were all always extremely boring people. And the only record I remember coming out was The Wall, which I hated, and I don't really like now either.
Yeah. Whereas we went out last year to a very partisan audience, you know, and it wasn't necessarily the best critical mirror, you know, because it's, hey, it's all good, and they're clapping, and it's so, these songs are terrific, they're really good.
They're really good.
Go into the studio.
Even if he is playing drums.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. This was Radiohead. Bye. What's wrong with it? He's singing structure. Well, let me hear you play it anyway. I want to hear how you play it at the moment anyway.